Hello students, in the last lecture of a design of an AC machine, we started our unit number 1, that is design of a 3-phase induction motor. Okay, in the design part we started with various loadings, that is electrical loading as well as the magnetic loading. We have also seen what is specific magnetic loading and specific electric loading. To brush up those things, let us start with specific electrical loading is nothing but the flux density. It is denoted by BAV, whereas the specific electrical loading was denoted by AC. The entire formula we have already derived. Then after that we have also derived the equation of the output equation of a DC of an induction motor AC machine. Now we also learned about what is an output equation. Okay, we had seen that an output equation is nothing but an equation that shows the relation between various parameters that define or that can be used to express the output of an AC machine, right? So the output equation was that we had derived was C0. The output equation that we derived was C0 is equal to 11 into BAV into AC into kW, that is winding factor, into 10 raised to the power minus 3. This was our output equation. Okay, in this BAV is nothing but our specific magnetic loading, whereas AC is nothing but our specific electrical loading. The the equations and the formulas for these both you have to remember, as it is very useful in solving the numericals. Okay, so this was the output equation that we had derived. Today we are mainly going to learn how we can find these two main dimensions of a stator. We all know that what is D and what is L. D is nothing but the diameter of the stator bore, whereas L is nothing but the length of the stator, right? So how can we determine or find the value of D and the value of L? It is a very small numerical. Okay, we will first of all see the steps and then we'll go for the numerical, how we can solve the numericals based on this. Okay, so first of all we will start with the steps. Now step number 1, here you can see how can we calculate the main dimensions, that is D and L. Now first and the foremost thing that we require is we need to calculate kVA. Okay, now kVA is nothing but we can have or find it using the formula kVA is equal to kilowatt by efficiency into power factor. Okay, this is the equation by which we will calculate the kVA. So step number 1 in determining the value of D and L is nothing but we need to find the rating in kVA. Okay, because in our numerical the rating will be specified in kilowatt, and from that we have to derive it in kVA. Okay, then in step number 2 we need to calculate the speed, but the catch here is that we need to find it in RPS. Okay, we need to find it in RPS. Now we have synchronous speed will be given, or if it is not given you will be provided with the frequency and the number of poles. So we will have the synchronous speed. Now the synchronous speed is in RPM. Okay, now we require the speed in RPS. So how can we find that we have also seen yesterday. We need to calculate from Ns is equal to capital Ns upon, that is the synchronous speed, by 60. We will have our answer in RPS. So how can we find speed in RPS? That is synchronous speed by 60. That is the main formula that you have to remember. Step number 2, right? We are going step by step, and it is a procedure to find D and L. Okay, it is a procedure to find D and L. Now after finding the kVA rating and the speed in RPS, we are required to find the output equation. Okay, now output coefficient is given by the equation C0 is equal to 11 BAV AC kW into 10 raised to the power minus 3, where BAV, that I have already told you, is nothing but specific magnetic loading, whereas AC is nothing but the specific electrical loading, and kW is the winding factor. Okay, so from this in our sum or the numerical, you will be provided with this all the quantities BAV, AC, KW, and just you have to place it in this equation and you will have the value of the output coefficient. Okay, now after finding the value of the output coefficient, we need to calculate the volume of the diameter or volume of the stator. How can we find that? For finding the value of the volume of the, now what is d square L? The volume is represented by d square into L. Okay, now d square L, how can we find out? We have an equation Q is equal to C0 d square Ln S that we had derived yesterday. Okay, from that now we have the value of Q, that is the kVA rating, C0, that is the output equation. We have the value of Ns also. So in this equation, in order to find the value of d square L, we require Q, that is the kVA output or the kVA rating. Okay, then we require the speed in RPS. Also we require is C0, that is the output coefficient of the machine. Now we have already found out what these values are. Now we just need to put these values in this equation and we will have the value of d square L. Right, now after finding this, step number or last step we can say, in the numerical you will be provided with L by tau ratio. Okay, L by tau ratio will be, suppose given, it is given 0.7, you will be provided such a ratio. Okay, now from this ratio we need to separate D and L. Okay, but here tau is given, whereas we require is D, that is the diameter of the stator core. So what can we do? We have a relation between tau and D, and that is tau is equal to pi D by P. Okay, now when we place the value over here, the value of tau, where we will place here, we will get a relation, that is L is equal to, suppose we are getting 0.9 D. Okay, we will get a relation between L and D. Okay, that is what we want. Now we need to separate, we need the separate values for D and L. So what we'll do, now we have equation number 2, that is the relation between L and D. Where we will place it? We will place it in equation number 1. Okay, we will place this relation in relation or equation number 1. So what will happen? The entire equation will come in terms of L or D. So you can easily find the value of L, and after that you can separate the D and also find the value of the D. Okay, so these are the steps to determine the main dimensions of the stator, that is D and L. Okay, now D and L both are, how to find? There are basically 6 steps. We will revise it quickly and then we will move on to the numericals. So whenever a numerical is asked, suppose find the main dimensions of a 3-phase induction motor, we are having the parameters as follows. What we will do, first of all we will go for the first and the foremost step is we will find the kVA rating. Okay, kVA rating, how we will find? The kVA is given by kilowatt upon efficiency into the power factor. Right, second step will be finding the synchronous speed in RPS, finding the speed in RPS. Okay, third step will be going after the output coefficient. We have the value of the output coefficient. Output coefficient is given by 11 BAV AC kW into 10 raised to the power minus 3. Now here BAV is nothing but specific magnetic loading, specific electric loading, and kW is denoted by kW is notation for winding factor. Okay, now suppose in an equation or in a numerical, if the value of BAV is not given, then we can find it. Right, we have seen the formulas of specific magnetic loading and specific electric loading, so we can find BAV and AC from the provided data. If it is provided, we can directly use it, that is not a problem. So moving further, now in the step number 4, what we will do? In step number 4, we will calculate the volume, that is d square L, and that will be found out from the equation, that is Q is equal to C0 d square L n S. Okay, This is our step number 4. And now the last step is we will be having a ratio of L by tau, and tau is equal to pi d by p. So based on this we will get a relation between L and d. We will utilize it in d square L equation and we will get the value of L or d, right? And then we will have both the values L and d. So these were the steps that are required to be performed while finding the main dimensions of a stator. So now let's move on to the numerical part. Here numerical we have to determine many things, but we will be focusing only on the part that is main dimensions. We will be determining the main dimensions. Okay, the number of turns per phase of a 3.7 kilowatt. As I said, in a numerical the rating will be given in kilowatt. 400 volt 3 phase 4 pole 5 hertz squirrel cage induction motor to be started star delta. Work out the winding details, that is not related to us. Now average flux density in the air gap. Now average flux density in the air gap, that is nothing but our BAV, which was our specific magnetic loading which was required, right? So it is given. Ampere conductors per meter is also given. This is nothing but AC. Okay, efficiency is also given and power factor is also given. Okay, so here what given data is there, you can see power is given 3.7 kilowatt, voltage, poles, frequency. Okay, then here BAV is given, that is our specific magnetic loading. AC is given, which is our specific electric loading. Efficiency is given, right? So our step number 1 was to calculate output in kVA. Our step number 1 was to calculate output in kVA, right? So kVA was given by kilowatt upon efficiency into power factor, right? Now here kVA is kilowatt is given 3.7, efficiency is given 0.84 and power factor is also given 0.84 is the power factor and 0.85 is the power 0.85 is the power factor and 0.84 is efficiency, right? So we can have the value of kVA. So our step 1 is accomplished. Now second step was to calculate NS. Okay, NS will be given by NS upon 60. This is the speed in RPM and we will be having answer in RPS. Here step number 2. Okay, so here they have gone by the equation that we had seen yesterday also. NS is equal to 2F by P, right? You can use this directly, either you can also go for, you can find NS easily by 120F by P and then dividing NS by 60, so you will have NS, right? So you can use any of these equations. So this is our step number 2 to find a synchronous speed in RPS. Now we are having 2 steps completed, so we can go towards our step number 3, that was to calculate output coefficient. Now output coefficient C0, we have the equation 11 kWBAV into 10 raised to the power minus 3. All the values are available with us. We can directly place those values and we will have the answer of output coefficient. Now after calculating the output coefficient, what will be there? We need to calculate the volume, right? We need to calculate the volume. So the volume we will have here, they have used directly d square L Q upon C0 NS. So the product we are having d square L is directly given. We can find d square L. How? Because we already have Q, value of Q, we have value of output coefficient and we have also found the speed in RPS. So we are getting the volume. Step number 3 is completed. Now here the design ratio is assumed. In many of the numericals, if it is not given, based on the machine you can determine or assume the value of L by tau ratio. After taking, here we have taken the value of L by tau as 1.5, right? And I have already told you tau is nothing but pi d by p, where d is the diameter and p is the number of poles, right? Now L by D we have done, then we are getting a ratio of 1.718, right? So after solving this, we will have a relation between L and D, like L is equal to 1.178 D. Now where we will use this relation, we will use this in equation d square L. We will put the value 1.178 in place of L, right? So we will get the value of D. And in this, after getting the value of D, we will place the value of D over here, and we will get the value of L as well, right? So this was a small numerical based on our theory, and we have seen how to calculate the value of D as well as L, right? If you have any queries or related to this main dimensions D and L and how to calculate, you can contact me.